You don't need a visa to live in Italy. You don't need to register anywhere. You don't need to sell your house, leave your job, pull your grandchildren out of your daily life, and leave your life behind, and you certainly don't have to commit to anything permanent. But you need to know how the rules actually work. I'm going to tell you about Sarah, because I know Sarah. We had a few chats in the past couple of years. Sarah's 58, a retired teacher from Ohio. She has a house she loves, 3 grandkids 20 minutes away. She's very close with her daughter, and all in all, she has a life that works. And for the last 4 years, she has been dreaming about Italy. Not visiting, she's been there several times, but about living there. The slow mornings, the food, the pace, you know, that feeling you get that life there happens at the right speed. So Sarah has done the research, she watched every video, read every blog, she knows about the visa, she knows about the taxes, she knows what it would take. And she's decided she can't do it. She has too much to give up. The grandkids, her daughter, the house, the life she spent 30 years building. Selling everything and moving to Italy is a fantasy, a beautiful one, but not something she can live with. So she's filed it under someday. So this video is for Sarah. You don't have to choose between your life at home and your dream in Italy. There is another way. And by the end of this video, we're gonna build Sarah a plan to make her dream come true without the sacrifice. Let's start at the beginning. So let me paint a picture about what we're actually talking about. Because most people imagine the Italy life in one of 2 ways. Either you're a tourist or you're an expat. Sold everything, moved permanently, starting from scratch. Sarah doesn't want either of those. What Sarah wants is to be a regular. To walk into the same bar every morning and have them start making her coffee when they see her coming in. To know which stall in the market has the best tomatoes. To have neighbors who wave. To have that feeling of belonging. That's not a holiday. That's not tourism. That's a life. A partial one, yes, but a real one. Which brings us to the first thing Sarah needs to understand. And before I get into the Schengen mechanics, I want to flag something now so you don't forget to stay for it. There is a car solution for people in Sarah's situation that I have never seen covered in any Italy video. Not once. It solves the problem completely. I'll get into it, but first the foundation. Quick note before we dive in, I go much deeper into everything I'm about to cover in a full guide called 90 Days at a Time. I'll walk you through the basics right now so you're not lost. But that's where your complete breakdown lives if you want it. Links in the description. Okay, so the first obvious question should be, how long can I actually stay? So the Schengen Area gives non-EU visitors 90 days within any rolling 180-day window across all 29 countries combined. No visa, no application. You can just arrive. Now, Sarah has heard about the 90-day rule. She thinks it means one trip, 3 months, then home for 3 months before she can go back. That's not how it works. Hear what it actually means. The 90 days don't have to be used in one continuous block. Sarah arrives in Italy in September. She stays through November, roughly 90 days. A bit less, and I'll explain this in a minute. She goes home in early December for the holidays, grandkids, Christmas, and the life she loves at home. And as those days age out of the 180-day look-back window over the following month, and they free up again by January. Depending on her exact entry and exit dates, Sarah has enough days available to go back. January, February, March, another full stretch in a warm Sicilian town while Ohio is frozen. That's potentially 5 to 6 months a year in Italy, across 2 meaningful seasons. Completely legal, no visa, no residency, no commitment, autumn in Sicily, winter in Puglia, home for the summer with the grandkids. That's not a compromised version of her dream. For Sarah, for a lot of people, that's the better version. One very important thing, since April 2026, every entry and exit at all Schengen borders is recorded digitally using biometrics. The entry-exit system, EES, knows exactly where you are and when. Accuracy matters. Track your days, every entry, every exit. The free Schengen Day Calculator at ItalyBlueprint.com does this for you. Link in the description. Sarah now knows how long she can stay. The next question is where? Sarah starts looking at apartments and she immediately runs into something she wasn't expecting. She can rent in Italy as a non-resident, no restrictions, but everything on the short-term platforms, Airbnb, holiday lettings, is priced for tourists. 100, 120 euros, 150 euros a night. For 90 days, that's between 9 and 13,500 euros. That's not a lifestyle, that's a very expensive holiday. So here's what she hasn't figured out yet. She doesn't have to use those platforms. Going direct with a landlord for a seasonal furnished rental, 2 to 3 months, is dramatically cheaper. A good 2-bedroom apartment in Sicily, Puglia or Abruzzo runs 400 to 700 euros a month. For 90 days, that's 12 to 2100 euros total. So direct seasonal rental, 12 to 2100. Finding a seasonal landlord takes some research, but it's very doable, especially in smaller southern towns where furnished seasonal rentals are common and landlords are comfortable with 2 to 3 months arrangements. Sarah's rental contract also gives her an Italian address, which matters for practical reasons we'll come back to. Now Sarah is also thinking bigger. She's been coming for years now. She knows which town she loves. She's wondering, should I just buy something? She can. Owning a property in Italy as a non-resident is completely legal and straightforward. No residency required for purchase. As a non-resident property owner, her costs are the IMU, annual property tax on second homes, typically between 0.86% to 1.06% of the cadastral value, paid in 2 months installments on June and December. And the second thing is Tari, the waste collection levy, a few hundred euros a year. If she rents it out when she's not there, a flat 21% tax on the rental income under the cedolare secca regime. And here's something that surprises a lot of people. IVIE and IVAFE, the wealth tax on foreign assets that Italian tax residents pay, don't apply to Sarah as a non-resident. Those only kick in if she becomes a tax resident. But there's one thing she needs to factor into her location decision, whether she rents or buys: the car. Which brings us to the solution I mentioned at the beginning, the one nobody talks about. Sarah will need a car. Her town is beautiful, but the supermarket is a 20-minute walk. The nearest beach, 15 minutes away. And she wants to explore the region. As a non-resident, she can't register a car in Italy. So what does she do? Before Sarah leaves Ohio, she goes online and books a brand new Peugeot. She becomes the first registered owner. The car is in her name, fully insured, 0 deductibles, unlimited mileage, full factory warranty, covered across 40 European countries. She picks it up when she lands in Italy. She drives it for her 90 days, wherever she wants, whenever she wants, no restrictions. And when November comes and she's heading home, she drops it off at Rome Airport. The manufacturer buys it back, no storage costs, no ongoing insurance, no plates to worry about. She walks onto the plane. 6 months later, when she comes back in January, she does it again. Brand new car. The price here is what really surprises people. For a 90-day lease on a small Peugeot, roughly $1,800 to $2,200 total. around $20 to $25 a day. Standard car rental for 90 days will run you between $4,000 and $7,000. So you get a brand new car, full insurance, no deductible for less than half the cost of renting. One thing Sarah needs before she picks up the car, an international driving permit alongside the US license. Inexpensive, 10 minutes at her local AAA office, and legally required for non-EU drivers in Italy to book. Search Peugeot Car to Europe or Renault Eurodrive or Citroën Car to Europe. Book at least 4 weeks before your trip. I'll put the links in the description. Sarah now has where she's staying and how she's getting around. 3 more practical questions before the plan is complete. Banking. Sarah can't easily open a standard Italian bank account without residency, but her rental contract or property deed gives her an Italian address, and some banks will open a non-resident account on that basis. Worth trying, especially at smaller local branches where the relationship matters more than the rulebook. The easier solution? Wise. It gives her a real Italian IBAN, handles international transfers at low cost, lets her hold euros, and works for paying rent and bills without needing the traditional Italian bank account. Set it up before leaving home. Also, I'll put a link in the description here. Second thing is healthcare. This is the gap that catches people off guard. As a non-resident, Sarah has no access to Italy's national healthcare service. For 90-day stays, travel insurance is usually sufficient, but she needs to read the small print carefully. Some policies cap continuous stays coverage at 30 to 60 days. Some don't cover pre-existing conditions. Some don't cover medical repatriations. If she's doing 2 long stays a year, an annual international health insurance policy may make more sense than 2 separate travel policies. More comprehensive, simpler to manage. Don't arrive without a coverage. Italy healthcare is excellent, but only if you can access it. Third thing is the phone. Easy. Sarah buys an Italian SIM card when she arrives. She needs her passport and her codice fiscale. Any major provider, TIM, Vodafone, Wind3, in any town, 10 minutes, far cheaper than roaming for 90 days. The codice fiscale is worth getting before anything else, before the SIM, before the rental, before anything practical in Italy. It's free. It takes 20 minutes at any Agenzia delle Entrate office or through her Italian consulate before she leaves home. She needs it for almost anything. So now Sarah has the stay, the car, the money, the healthcare, the phone. One question left. The one she's been nervous to ask. The tax question. What about taxes? Sarah's been worrying about this the whole time. She's read things online. She's heard about the 43% Italian tax rate. She's seen comments about wealth taxes on foreign assets. She's not sure if moving to Italy, even part-time, means the Italian government gets a piece of her pension. Here's the answer. As a non-resident staying under 183 days, Italy only taxes Sarah on Italian-sourced income. Her pension, not touched. Her social security, not touched. Her investment income back home, not touched. Her rental income from Ohio, not touched. Italy takes nothing from her foreign income. She pays taxes where she's a resident, which is in the United States. Keep clear travel records, every entry, every exit. Show clearly that her life is genuinely based in Ohio. Italy is where she goes to live well, not where she lives. So let's pull it all together. This is Sarah's actual plan, and it could be yours. September through November, 3 months in a Sicilian seaside town, in a seasonal rental she found direct with the landlord, home for the holidays with her daughter and her grandkids. January through March, another 3 months, this time in Puglia. A buyback lease Peugeot waiting for her at the airport both times. A Wise account set up for her before she ever boards the flight. travel insurance sorted before both stretches, her codice fiscale already in hand, her US bank accounts, her Ohio address, her home routines, all still active. Italy is where she goes to live well, twice a year, not where she lives. That's it. That's the plan. That's the move nobody told her was possible. If you're still here, if these videos have actually helped you, saved you time, answered the question, or made this whole Italy thing feel a little more possible, there is now a way to support the channel directly. I've opened this channel for memberships, starting at just $5 a month. You'll get a badge next to your name in the comments, early access to some videos, and an occasional members only post. But honestly, the main thing is it does help me keep making this content. So no pressure at all. If you're just here for the free videos, that's genuinely fine. That's what they're here for. But if you want to be part of keeping this going, the join button is right below this video. Thanks. And if you want the full breakdown of the 90-180 day rule, every scenario, every edge case, the Schengen Shuffle, what happens if you overstay, I put it all into a guide called 90 Days at a Time. Link is in the description, or you can follow the QR code.